Some wondered if Major League Soccer season would ever resume, but it did get underway this week down in Orlando, and FC Cincinnati is almost back in action. Our Caleb No runs us through the timeline that got us here.
July 10th, 2020. FC Cincinnati is one day from taking the field in the MLS's back tournament. But what a ride it's been. The team opened the season with 2 straight losses. It didn't help the team had to start the season under an interim head coach.
The club moving on from Ron Jans today. The now former head coach had a disturbing history of using demeaning and racist language.
That was just weeks before the start of the season. Then 2 games in, it all came to a screeching halt.
During a state of emergency.
The coronavirus takes its toll.
Ohio now reports its first 3 cases.
The season suspended due to COVID-19. And the months to follow were unlike anything we've ever seen before. Zoom calls and players working out at home with no idea if the season would ever resume.
At this moment, the most important thing is our public health.
The downtime, though, allowed FC Cincinnati more time to hire a new head coach. And on May 21st, we found out Jaap Stam would be the guy.
We like to win games and hopefully win trophies as well.
About a month later, it was wheels up to Orlando, where the season would resume in front of no fans.
If you can play with the crowd, then that gives it something extra, of course, as well. That brings an extra dimension to the game. Unfortunately, we can't do that.
And that brings us to now. FC Cincinnati will face the Columbus Crew on Saturday night in the Hell is Real Derby, as it's known.
Even though it's not in either of those cities, and we won't have fans driving from one city to the other and seeing that sign. But, at the same time, I do think it's a very special game.
2020 has been a turbulent ride, but the timeline may have just worked out in FC Cincinnati's favor. Caleb No, WCPO 9 Sports.
Sticking with FC Cincinnati, a big milestone for a big project here. Crews have built the last steel beam that will form the frame of the new FC Cincinnati Stadium. We actually got a look inside today, the $250 million West End Stadium there. It will hold 26,000 screaming soccer fans at some point, all covered up by a canopy roof. The east side of the stadium will feature a unique LED lighting display as well, and FC Cincinnati superfans will march into the stadium up a 30-foot grand staircase.
For a kid that grew up in Westwood, I'm of course very proud of what this will mean for Cincinnati as a legacy. This stadium will represent Cincinnati on the world stage in the global sport of soccer.
Officials say construction is on track and will open at the start of the 2020-21 season.